Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Market Mondays. Hopefully, you guys had a great week and weekend. So, before we get right, we're gonna be really talking about the Fed decision last week about their Fed funds rate that's gonna potentially be cut in September, and what needs to happen to make sure that does happen in September. Before we get right into it, I'm gonna do a quick dad joke. Quick dad joke today is I told a dad joke over Zoom the other day during a meeting, and nobody laughed. Turns out I'm not even remotely funny. Remotely. All right, so getting right into it. Last week, the Fed met and they have officially confirmed that they fully intend on cutting rates in the September 17th, 18th Fed meeting. Now, the things that still need to continue is that the cooling off of the job market, as well as cooling off of the inflation report, specifically the one that's coming out this Friday and the one that comes out at the end of every month, which is the PCE report. So inflation has continued to come down, which has been really nice, and the job market has cooled off a lot. And the Fed did not expect the unemployment rate to go past 4%. Here we are. We are well past 4%. We're at 4.3, and we're at 4.1 last month. Also, the BLS jobs report, the people that make the BLS jobs report made up about $800,000, made up 800,000 jobs. Basically, they inflated their report. I don't know how you do that, how you make up 800,000 jobs, but turns out there wasn't the 800,000 jobs that they put in the report previously didn't actually exist. So they finally revised them and took them out. So super awkward on that side. So moving forward, September 17th, 18th, it's going to be a big deal date just because they fully intend on cutting those rates as long as the unemployment rate and the jobs market inflation reports trend the way they expect. Now, I do want to reiterate that the Fed funds rate does not have a direct impact on mortgage rates. It has an influence, but not a direct impact. For the Fed funds rate, more impacts like short-term consumer loans, business loans, corporate loans, things like that, not mortgages. Mortgages are kind of a separate ballpark, but it does have an influence. There's a whole huge cause and effect rule on how it eventually gets back to mortgage rates. But again, just because the Fed rate goes down doesn't necessarily mean mortgage rates go down either. Sometimes it's the opposite effect, and sometimes it's the same effect. So it's more about how the economy feels about those Fed rates coming down based on the context around it. So that's what I want to tell you guys is that don't think that the Fed rate is going to bring down mortgage rates. The one thing that is for sure bringing down mortgage rates are the jobs reports and the inflation reports. If the labor market shows cooling off and the inflation report comes down, that means mortgage rates are coming down as well. That's what we do now, at least on the short term. So that's kind of what we're hinging on right now. But that's going to be a really important meeting, September 17th, 18th meeting. Now, what I will say is a lot of people are asking me about the presidential election. Honestly, I don't think the president election is going to have an impact on how mortgage rates are going to go. The economy is going to be the economy. It's going to go through its cycle. It's going to go through its recessions no matter what. I think the Fed I think the Fed has more power. The Fed board has more power over the economy than the president does. I think they have some influence, but not as big as influence as everyone thinks. A recession is the best way to describe it is it's a yearly cold that you always get, no matter what. The only thing you can do is make sure you take the proper medication, take care of yourself, do all the right things so you can alleviate the symptoms and make it last shorter. So if anything, I fully think whoever chooses to be president or whoever gets to be president, they're gonna have to fight through our recession no matter what, so to speak, and then they're going to be held a hero afterwards, saying that they got us out of recession when really the economy did what it was supposed to do without any intervention with the president. So that's my opinion at the very least. I'm not here to get political or choose which party or get into the kind of candidates. I just don't think the president has that much power in impacting the economy as everyone thinks they do. So moving forward, I'm going to show you guys what rates look like right now, which is more probably a pretty positive sign of how rates are trending. So right now, if you guys want to take a look at it, again, this is coming from a Google generated report. And you can kind of see the most important thing I want to show you guys is that this is beginning of May right here. If we're going to really put a marker on it, this is beginning of May. and we can kind of see that we were in the mid sevens on average, mid sevens. We are now officially over here where we're below the sevens, and rates are significantly better, almost 1% better. I have a lot of clients who are refinancing right now, and they're saving between $300 to $500 a month. So you can kind of see this nice trend. As you can notice, there's been ups and downs in between now and then, but the overall trend is down, which is awesome. So rates have clients that are buying their rate down to like 5.75, 5.5. It's pretty cool, and it's not much of a buy down either. So if you have clients above 6.75, this is the best time to really look into numbers. Yes, we could see numbers get better, but we also don't know if they're going to get that much better. So we're, trying not to be greedy and just taking the savings as where they are. But we are preparing clients to potentially refinance next year. So if rates get down to the 5.5 range, what that means is that the client could potentially buy down to less than 5, maybe 4.75, 4.5. So that if we do it just right, within 12 months, they could reduce their rate by 2-3% within 12 months. So pretty exciting stuff, something to look forward to. Otherwise, that's really all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys got some information out of this. That's it. That's all I got. Nuke out.